What if your medical condition and your skin color could cost you your education? A student at University of the Cumberlands says it happened to him. Cristian Perez, active and hardworking, gets failing grades without explanation. When he asks why, the instructor accuses him of cheating. No proof, just retaliation, but it gets worse. Secretly, his medical info might have been shared or snooped on, violating privacy. And it's not just about one student. Minority students with medical conditions seem targeted. Imagine facing discrimination, retaliation, and privacy breaches all at once. Emotional distress, academic setbacks. Is this justice? Cristian demands a full investigation. Discrimination, retaliation, privacy violations, unfair grading. Are these common behind closed doors? How many students suffer in silence? Could you be next? Speak up. Protect your rights. What would you do if you were in Cristian's shoes? The fight for fairness is real. Share to raise awareness. Demand change now. Cristian's story begins like many others. A young man full of hope and ambition, eager to pursue his dreams through education. Diagnosed with a chronic illness early in his life, he learned to manage his condition with care and resilience. He believed that his health challenges would not define his future, certainly not hinder his academic progress. Yet, as he enrolled at the University of the Cumberlands, he encountered obstacles he never anticipated, not from the illness itself, but from those entrusted with his education and well-being. From the outset, Cristian maintained a strong academic record, participating actively in class discussions, completing assignments on time, and engaging with his professors for extra help when needed. He disclosed his medical condition to the university's disability services, hoping to receive reasonable accommodations as outlined by law. However, instead of support, he faced suspicion and bias. The first red flag appeared when Cristian received a failing grade on a major exam. Confused, he approached his instructor to seek clarification. The instructor's response was not an explanation, but an accusation. Cristian was cheating. There was no evidence presented, no investigation conducted. It was a blunt allegation that left Cristian stunned and vulnerable. Attempts to appeal or discuss the matter only seemed to deepen the hostility. Behind the scenes, whispers circulated that Cristian's medical records might have been accessed by unauthorized individuals within the university. His privacy, a fundamental right protected by laws such as HIPAA and FERPA, appeared compromised. The sensitive information he entrusted to the institution was no longer secure. Such breaches not only violate legal statutes, but also erode trust and create an environment of fear and intimidation. Cristian is not alone. Reports from other minority students with medical conditions reveal a pattern of discrimination and retaliation. These students face barriers that extend beyond academic challenges, including being unfairly targeted by faculty or staff who question their legitimacy or commitment. Some have reported being denied accommodations, subjected to invasive questioning, or graded unfairly. The intersection of race, health, and education creates a complex web of inequality that often goes unnoticed or unaddressed. The emotional toll on these students is profound. Experiencing discrimination and privacy violations leads to anxiety, depression, and a sense of isolation. Academic setbacks compound these effects, with some students forced to withdraw from courses or even leave their programs altogether. The consequences ripple beyond individual lives, impacting families, communities, and society at large by limiting opportunities for talented and deserving individuals. Is this the reality we accept in our educational institutions? Universities are meant to be places of learning, growth, and inclusivity. They have a responsibility to foster environments where all students can thrive, regardless of their background or health status. When that responsibility is neglected, it undermines the very foundation of education and equality. Cristian's demand for a full and transparent investigation is a call to action. It challenges the university to confront uncomfortable truths and implement meaningful reforms. These reforms must include strict protections for student privacy, unbiased procedures for handling academic disputes, comprehensive training for faculty and staff on discrimination and accommodation laws, and mechanisms for students to report grievances safely and effectively. The issue extends beyond one campus. Educational institutions nationwide must examine their policies and practices to ensure they do not perpetuate systemic biases. Advocacy groups, policymakers, and community members play crucial roles in holding these institutions accountable and pushing for legislative measures that strengthen protections for vulnerable student populations. How many students suffer in silence, fearing retaliation or disbelief? How many potential leaders, innovators, and change-makers have been sidelined because of discrimination masked as academic judgment? These questions demand urgent answers. If you are a student, educator, or concerned citizen, consider the following. Are you aware of your rights or the rights of those around you? Would you know how to respond if faced with similar injustices? Education about legal protections, university policies, and advocacy resources is vital. Speak up, support those who come forward, engage in conversations about equity and inclusion. Encourage your institutions to be transparent and accountable. Demand that privacy is respected and that medical information is handled with the utmost care and confidentiality. Cristian's story is a powerful reminder that fairness in education is not guaranteed. It must be fought for. By raising awareness, sharing stories, and pushing for change, we can create a future where no student's health or identity becomes a barrier to their dreams. What would you do if you were in Cristian's shoes? Would you stay silent or stand up? The choice to protect your rights and those of others is a responsibility we all share. The fight for fairness is real, ongoing, and essential. Together, we can ensure that education remains a beacon of hope, opportunity, and justice for everyone.